the very first card that you got is the Holy Amethyst, talking about divine alchemy. How perfect for you guys. Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. And what she's wanting to say is, I'm just getting this overwhelming kind of feeling about you guys, that the last couple of months, and not just my readings, but kind of across the board, it's like Aquarius is, in this really powerful place. Like you guys are, might be feeling a bit of the weight of feeling like you're sort of responsible for, in large part, the shift and everything. It's like the age of Aquarius, and it feels like, the message last time was just like, it's time to step into your role. And it might feel, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed from you guys, a bit of a sort of like a huge responsibility and a bit of overwhelm when, there's this element of, okay, I'm just human and I have challenges and I have a life like everybody else. And yet there's this, but I'm an Aquarius and I have this huge purpose, and it's feeling a bit overwhelming for some of you. Others of you are just kind of taking it and running, and that's wonderful. And so she's kind of here, for some of you, this is you, where you've just landed into that role and you're just comfortable, you're just going for it. It's awesome. And others of you, I'm feeling a really, Spirit speaks to, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, they're wanting to offer you some suggestions on how to just kind of lighten it up a little bit for you. So much love for you here. So Holy Amethyst wants to go, and also Lady Nada wants to go next, talking about heart awakening. So your heart is awakening. So as you feel more love for humanity, again, with a heart awakening and feeling expanded heart space, feeling more love for yourself and for everyone. For some of you, that's just going to be wonderful, and for others of you, it's going to, again, maybe just sort of add to that feeling of like you just have this huge responsibility. Again, she's saying awaken to accepting divine love, give and receive in balance. And so what she's wanting to say is your heart is awakening, and in that she's asking you, in terms of that feeling of overwhelm, she's saying your heart is awakening. Let that be a beautiful thing, but it does not mean that everything about you is about being a leader and sort of saving the world kind of feeling. Does that make sense? She's saying, balance. Love is in balance. Everything in life, does well to be in balance. And so giving and receiving in balance is really important. That's what she wants to say. That you get to receive as well. It's not just about you just being a leader and sort of helping the planet to, come to this age of Aquarius realizations of awakening and whatnot. So yes, you are human as well, and you deserve to receive just as much as you give, and you can receive as much as you give. So accept that and allow yourself to receive as much as you give. Which for you, if when you step into the leadership role, it's going to be a lot, very much. And the receiving wants to be in balance. So the universe spirit is saying the receiving wants to be in balance. So be sure to allow that. Okay. The next one just kind of goes with this lighter, like take a leap of faith, do something fun. What would you really like? So in terms of receiving, the receiving balance of all that you guys give to humanity, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Take some steps towards, sort of feeding your own soul. Like take a leap towards something that your heart would just love doing. Make sure that whatever you do, as far as as far as living your purpose, make sure that it's balanced in terms of you loving it, you loving what you're doing. So take a leap of faith. And the very next card is to try something new. Take a leap of faith towards what you desire. Try something new. Try something that would just light you up. The newness of things has its own sort of element of sort of lighting up our heart space just because we've never done it before. There's an element of, it's new. There's this newness to it that makes it exciting. So take a leap of faith. Do something new that you've never done before. And then the laughter came up. This is, that saying, take a leap of faith that you've never done before that would just make you laugh. Laughing is really great for your heart. Laughing is really, really great for your heart. So if you're feeling that any kind of heaviness, any kind of weight, laughter will just lift that right off. So they're wanting you to try something new that will inspire laughter in your heart space. And they're also saying to take some time to be thankful for your life. Be thankful for all the beautiful things that you have. Take some time in each day in, the word is gratitude. What do you appreciate about your life? And kind of take some time to do that every day in your human life, your life here. What are you grateful for? All of these things, right? All of these things they're just soothing to your heart space. And that's what she are asking you to do. To really just kind of nurture your heart space. Okay, let's see who wants to go next. King Solomon is asking you to prioritize yourself as much as the world, or as much as in the leadership role. That you prioritize your higher self, prioritize yourself as much as them. Again, balance. Balance. Prioritize yourself in your own heart space, your higher self, and what you're wanting as well. One way to also do that is to spend some time in meditation. Spend some time in meditation. This is also coming up, this is coming up in line with sort of everything else, and then we also have to get some fresh air. Get outside and get some fresh air. And she says your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air that's generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend some time outside near to Mother Nature's cradle as much as possible. Open your curtains and your windows to get some fresh air through your home as well. All of these things, right? To sort of nurture your own heart space. Being thankful, getting outside, laughing, trying something new. Take a leap of faith and try something new. And all these things then are just sort of nurturing to your heart space. Yeah, nurturing your heart space. Reward yourself. So it really feels like many of you are just kind of feeling this huge, that you need to give as a leader, be a leader and whatnot. And, part of being a leader is being a role model. So, being a role model is showing humanity how important self-love is. It's foundational. So as a leader, you want to show, demonstrate self-love. Be a living example, role model of what that looks like for people. Many people don't know what that looks like. And so, sort of as the leader, you get to live that. So Spirit is asking you to do that, to honor your heart space. Honor your heart space and feeling, expanding on the love in your own heart. Self-love. We also have Paul the Venetian talking about sharing your gifts with grace, experiencing grace, sharing your gifts with grace. And this goes a bit along with the, sort of being the role model of self-love. And from that place, you share with the world so that it's kind of, again, with the balance. You give and you receive. You give so much, Aquarius, and you want to allow yourself to receive and be the role model. So share your gifts with the grace of an individual who loves themselves first. You have something really important to share. So Mary Magdalene is coming to say, the teacher awakens, don't let anything stop you. She wants to come back, divine alchemist. So once you sort of get in line with, understanding, getting your heart space nurtured and getting some balance back again, giving to yourself a little bit, the teacher awakens. So she's, look at all this red, right? So he's just sort of, with the pink, in the heart space and sharing your gifts with grace from this heart space. And from here, you just get all this passion in your heart space. So the teacher awakens. When you nurture your heart space, it's like it awakens the teacher that then wants to go out and share your gifts with the world. It creates inspiration. So these two go together. Love, self-love, sharing your gifts with grace and passion, and that will wake up the passion as well in your heart space. Was it you guys that said where Spirit was saying just take a step, and whatever you do, it will spark your divine passion? Take a step. The teacher awakens. Now it also looks like I ask in this reading for October, I asked for please, to share messages in all areas. So we asked for all areas, and it looks like there might be some kind of challenge going on for some of you in your, in this, at this time. And because, and I say that because you got the card that speaks to a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. And so there might be some kind of a challenge going on. And it is a blessing in disguise. Like there's a reason for it. There's a reason that something is happening. And it could be in learning, for you to sort of, learning. Let's see what it says. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything starts to resolve itself. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So you might have a challenging situation. This is interesting too, where she says trust in heaven's protection, because you also got Artemis, the guardian. You also go to Artemis. He says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So we have safe, spiritually protected. We have spiritually protected. And then we also have you are safe. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe. There's nothing to worry about. So safe and being protected by Spirit. 3 cards talking about this. So let's see what this one says. You are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So now they're saying that with this difficult situation, also only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation. So do you remember back up here when they were talking about laughter, being thankful, getting some fresh air, and sort of nurturing your heart space? When you feel into that feeling of your heart space being nurtured, that's a really calm, safe feeling, isn't it? It's well, hopefully it's safe to nurture yourself and love yourself, getting some fresh air, laughing, being thankful and being grateful. That what he's saying is that inner state will help this situation, whatever this challenging situation is. Spirit is protecting you. You can also sort of protect yourself by expanding your heart space. As sort of, when you expand your heart space, it sort of creates a shield. This really powerful shield of love around you to protect you and keep you safe. There's also an element what feels like past lives, and given that you guys have such a powerful purpose, it feels like in this lifetime, again, it's sort of the age of Aquarius. You're leaders of humanity, you know, to teach forgiveness and self-love and all of these things. You may have had many past lives where the ending was not pleasant because you were a healer, given the time frame of past lives in the sort of patriarch. So you may have some really deep programming around it not being safe to be a healer and a leader and a teacher of love and spiritual things. It was not okay thousands of years ago, hundreds even of years ago. It wasn't safe. And so Spirit is really wanting to drive home for you guys that if you have some deep rooted, you know, in the subconscious from past lives, if you have some deep rooted fears around becoming a spiritual teacher, you know, talking about spirituality, being a spiritual teacher, so many of us humans right now in this lifetime, you know, all of us in some way are here to be healers because of the time period that we're in right now, in this transitional from patriarch to matriarch of balance. The matriarch of balance. It's time, you know, for us to love ourselves, foreign to the patriarch, to love ourselves. And if you had some endings of lives that weren't very pleasant, you might have a fear. And so Spirit is here to tell you that, no, it's okay. And you are, you know, any challenging situation you might be in is a blessing in terms of answering. You are wanting a nice, you know, comfortable, safe life. There's nothing to worry about. Spirit is very much protecting you. I mean, look at Artemis has a bow and arrow, protecting you from the darkness. And the darkness. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So there's that. That is the first half, and that's kind of the reading. I asked about love life, and it might be there weren't any love life cards that came up in this first half here, but this could be the challenging situation, could be in a relationship. It kind of doesn't really feel like it. It really feels like purpose work. It really feels kind of like your purpose work is where that is.